Alright, hello all. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So we have the, breakdown here, as well as, later on the defense calcs for the new TANABATA replacement celebration, Dokkan Fest exclusive Tag LR Golden Frieza and Gogeta. This shit was just so wild. No one expected this. I don't even know what the hint was honestly meant for at this point. I don't really care. If they're doing shit like this, I'm all here for it. I get the moment happens in the movie, but it's sort of like a what-if card in a way. And I really like that. I think this is cool. I think they gotta do this shit more. I do already have an idea of what the character's doing from the stream, obviously. However, we do also have, Golden Frieza. They haven't posted him out on Twitter yet, I don't believe. I have already done the calcs for him. We'll break down his kit in just a little bit. And then we do also have the new banner unit, Vegeta, which I have not looked at just yet. So I'm pretty excited to jump into these. We'll see just what's, with the calcs. I'm very interested. But I gotta tell you, from what I saw from the stream, these guys look very, very busted. So, starting out here, right? We are leading movie bosses or movie heroes with the additional transformation boost, Gifted Warriors, Inhuman Deeds. Definitely an interesting leader skill, I will say. I did actually, because at a glance, movie hero, movie bosses, that actually does sound pretty strong. However, I will note, if you just go to your game and open up your movie hero, movie boss tab, I would say that right now, not exactly the best spot. It certainly can get much better with the celebration. I do expect the cooler movie EZAs will happen here. If they don't, I feel like that sort of has to confirm Namek for 11th anniversary. We'll see on that. But I feel like they're going to EZA in part 2, or if they're going to add a part 3 to the celebration. We don't know. But you could still run Golden Frieza on Omega's team, or they they're on super bosses, so Rosé's team, this is, they're going to be very crazy. So starting out here, Frieza does get 250% the stats start a turn, an additional key 2 per key sphere obtained, with 70% damage reduction. And here's where it gets really crazy. For the first 5 turns, Frieza is guaranteed guarding. We are in a short content meta. 70% damage reduction, guard. What? Those things alone immediately skyrocket him into how good of a character he is. Then we have, starting from the 6th turn from the character's entry turn, he then has a great chance of guarding all attacks. So even once the 5 turns have elapsed, you still have a 70% chance of having guard at the start of the turn. Not the best for it to be to a chance, right? But 70% damage reduction is still quite a lot. So it's not shit's over. It's still very, very tanky. Now, when there are 4 or more extreme class allies on the team, or when there's another movie hero or movie boss category ally on the same turn, he gets a guaranteed additional super. For every attack received, he gets 150% attack and chance of performing a critical hit 10% up within the turn. That is so... This buff, the amount of phase 2 attack this guy's gonna have, because, we'll go over the details of it, but he has a target skill. I think the last one we saw was actually... Was it Beast Gohan? Have we had a target skill character since Beast Gohan? Well, actually, my bad. Vegeta. Vegeta has one. Super Vegeta. Besides Super Vegeta, I can't think of one. I might be missing someone, but this ability is very powerful. Look at Beast, look at Gogeta Blue last year, look at Super Vegeta, and now this character. This is going to be very insane. Whenever guard is activated, 20% defense up to 100%. That's a permanent. That is phase 2, so after you get hit 5 times, having that will be decent. And then when there are 3 or more superclass allies on the team, starting from the 3rd turn in the character's entry turn, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, changes key spheres AGL and strength to tech, randomly changes physical or int key spheres to rainbow key spheres, and those are both once only, and then meets up with Gogeta. Now, the reason he has this sort of ability, well, actually, are these once only or are they permanent? No, they're once only, because it showed the symbol, right? But this is for Gogeta's first turn, essentially, if you choose to go into Gogeta, right? And which is why it has the superclass condition to make it go earlier, because Gogeta has like superclass parts. Now, as for his SA effects, are they on this one? Yes, they are. Okay. On his 12th key, he's greatly raising attack for 1 turn, colossal damage enemy, lowers attack and defense. Then, on his 18th key, he's greatly raising attack for 1 turn, mega colossal damage enemy, greatly lowers attack and defense, and then raises allies' attack by 50% for 1 turn, self-excluded. Now, I will say, no defense raise on SA effect. Very, very interesting. I will also say, just because he doesn't have defense doesn't mean he's going to be bad defensively. In fact, I think he's going to be one of the best defensive characters in the game. I mean, we'll see with the calcs, right? But I think guard 70% damage reduction. But I mean, like if you need an example, I mean, look at like Tao, look at TN, right? So I think he's going. I don't think you need to worry about that, at least right now. I mean, maybe in the future that could become an issue, sure, but at least for now, I think he's going to be really insane. Now, we do actually have the target, the active skill, can be activated when there are 4 or more extreme class allies on the team, once only, be it before or after reversible exchange. So if that's not obvious, he can activate this turn 1. Turn 1. Activate it turn 1. Turn 1, he can activate this. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, to me, that's just so wild. So I like just thinking about this for like some of the new fights, special battle, Rose Zamasu, right? Or the Gohan, Goten Trunks. Like, this ability will carry fights. I mean, when you activate this, he's going to be immortal. He has 24 key, 400% defense, active skill phase, and all the enemies are targeting him for the turn. By the way, this does not affect like AoEs, so do keep that in mind. But he's very crazy. Now, I did actually already glance down here and see no big bad bosses, which is very unfortunate. I thought maybe there could have been a chance. We'll see about like a new Resurrection F Frieza whenever we might get that. Honestly, with us getting the Resurrection F Frieza EZA now, I would say maybe Resurrection F might be a little bit off. Who knows? We'll have to see. I mean, we're just starting the celebration. I mean, technically it starts in 2 some odd days, so. But yeah, no big bad bosses kind of sucks. Obviously, because like this would be a really good character for Omega's team. He still will be, but just to keep in mind, he doesn't have that, and that could mess up with your links. But he does have like Thirst for Conquest, right? So, and that's definitely pretty good still for villains. And especially for the Cooler movie, the Final Form as well as Metal Cooler both have it. So, I think that's another thing that could potentially point to them coming soon, because we don't have Thirst for Conquest on a lot of Golden Frieza characters. But I mean, that's pretty much Frieza summed up. He's very basic, but very, very strong. Next, we do have Gogeta. Now, Gogeta gets 6 key, 250% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets an additional key 1 per key sphere obtained. Attacks are effective against all types, and then a 50% chance of evading enemy attack. Now, I actually really like this. With a single key sphere obtained, he's fully recovering HP. This is sort of similar to Trunks and Goten, how their first turn, when they collect a key sphere, they have the 77% chance to dodge. Now, what this means, essentially, is, you don't just waste the full heal just for, like, tagging over to Gogeta. Like, you don't waste it as soon as you hit turn 5. You can hold on to this ability if you want to, which can definitely, having just a pocket full recover HP, especially if you're running 2 of these guys, is going to be very, very crazy. So that's exciting. When there are 3 or more superclass allies in the team, or when there's another movie hero or movie boss category ally, 40% damage reduction. When attacking with 20 or more ki, he gets 200% attack and defense, with a great chance of critting. When activating the active skill, or when attacking with 24 ki, he gets 150% attack, with a guaranteed crit. Now this is really interesting, these last 2 portions. For every ki sphere obtained, Gogeta gets 5% dodge. There's no limit on that. So now this isn't like a permanent buff or anything, mind you. But if you get 10 key spheres, he's guaranteed dodging. You gotta think, his first turn, Frieza has that orb changing for him. And then his, we'll go over the details in a moment, but his active skill also orb changes. So essentially 2 turns of probably guaranteed dodge is very crazy. And mind you, even if you don't get 10, say you get 5 orbs, very common. Guess what? He still has 75% dodge, right? So very powerful ability. Now, for every key sphere obtained, for him as well, he is getting 10% attack, and then all allies get 10% defense, self-excluded when attacking. So this buff, it's going to activate when you're attacking. So it's not like just start a turn, but this is going to be a phase 2 buff. Phase 2. Which obviously is going to be very crazy. Imagine you have like a full field of orbs, which is possible with this guy, by the way. That is 230% phase 2 buff to your allies. Now, I will say, when we get more and more complicated, interesting, unique abilities like this does, and I said in the survey to them, this calls, we need to see defense on Super, just like we see attack. We need to see defense. We need to see our defense. People need, like, it's not a big issue for someone like me, when I am very familiar with, like, the calcing process. Like, I can find out a character's defense at any time if I wanted to. But, especially outside of, like, the sort of hardcore community that we have, but, like, going into, and even, a lot of people, and just, like, who are actually active in, the community, don't really fully know all that stuff. But I would also say, like, casual players, right? Like, they need to do a better job of trying to explain these abilities to people. And then for every 5 key spheres obtained, he just gets in a guaranteed additional super. Very crazy. Now for his, let's go say, if it loads, I guess it's on this tab. For his SA effects, he is greatly raising attack and defense 1 turn with colossal damage on his 12 key, and then on his 18 key, he's massively raising attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage to enemy, and then raises allies' defense by 50% for 1 turn, self-excluded. So, for you could have this guy linked to with the new Golden Frieza, with them both on like 1 rotation, and have like Golden Frieza using his active, like, and then like Gogeta uses his, and it's just the amount of support. Like, this is just so wild what they've done. I'm gonna say right now, before even getting into the calcs, I feel like these guys, like this LR, is potentially number 1. I mean, we'll see in game, right? But I feel like there's they look very, very broken to me. Then for the active skill, we do have can be activated when there are another 3 or more superclass allies on the team, once only. He gets 540% attack raised temporarily, ultimate damage to enemy, 540% active skill defensive raise, and changes all key spheres to tech key spheres for 1 turn. So he's pretty strong. This is so wild. I still can't believe that this is actually reality. But yeah, that more or less does it for the breakdown portion for these guys. Just to go over this guy real quick, and then we'll look at Vegeta before we get into the actual calcs. For his SA effects, he's greatly raising attack for 1 turn, and with colossal damage, lowers attack and defense. Then, on his 18 key, he does greatly raise attack that's not a stack and have a comma. And then he raises defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage to enemies. So that's a 30% defensive raise. Now, Golden Frieza is very... I've already done the calcs. He's very, very strong. We'll go over those, obviously, once I'll do them all at once. So, he is guarding all attacks for 1 turn. He gets 100% phase 1 defense for 3 turns. He gets 90% chance to crit and damage reduction. However, you know, similar... Well, I mean, this is how he worked before. Well, they have changed this in a massive way. He also has a sort of... he minuses it over time, right? So he doesn't just stay at 90%. In the past, it was 10% down every turn passed, up, and then it'd be no more than 60%. And now how this would work, it would calc even on turns where Golden Frieza wasn't there. It'd be literally every single turn. So, you know, you use him, you get him turn 1, and then you keep him on the rotation. On turn 2, it'd be 80%. Turn 3, it'd be 70%, right? And they continue like that. Now, however, the 10% down is every 2 turns passed. Especially for us being in a short content meta. But even once we get out of the short content meta, like if we start actually seeing long content, the way this is structured, he is going to be very, very powerful. They really cook with this. Now at the start of turn, he's getting key 6, 200% stats. When HP is 50% or more, he gets attack and defense 200% up, with a guaranteed additional super. For every super performed, he gets key 1 up to 3, defense 30% up to 150%. For every attack received, he gets key 1 up to 3, attack 30% up to 150%. Then starting from the 3rd turn from the start of battle, he does once only, I guess, get 300% attack, and then performs a critical hit when HP is 50% or less. Starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, he gets attack and defense 100% up when attacking, as the 2nd or 3rd attacker. And then starting from the 7th turn from the start of battle, he gets attack and defense 100% up when attacking as the 3rd attacker in a turn. So he looks very, very interesting. I really like his EZA. Once again, I've already done the calcs. He looks very, very strong to me. We'll go over those in just a little bit. Finally, though, I have actually not seen what this guy does at all. I'm a big Vegeta fan. I think the whole like coat thing, if he actually has like a battle motion having the coat on or like throwing it off or whatever, that'd be dope. So we'll see. But let's see what this guy does. Movie heroes or gifted warriors, category key 3, 130% stats. Basic effects, key 3, attack and defense 150% up. High chance of evading enemy attack. Changes key spheres physical to rainbow. Okay. When the character is the 1st attacker at the start of turn. So this means if you've floated him off, like if you have him in slot 3, when a character comes back from slot 3, they're in slot 1. So that's what this will proc then. He gets randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, tech and physical excluded to rainbow key spheres. Okay. So he's gonna have a lot of rainbow orb changing, huh? Interesting. When the character is the second or third attacker at the start of the turn, high chance of randomly changes key spheres of a certain type. Taken physical excluded rainbow key spheres. Okay, so you still get it if he's not floating, but it's only a 50% chance. Okay. When attacking with 12 or more key, he gets 100% attack and defense. When attacking as the third attacker in the turn, he gets 200% attack, launches an additional super attack. When there's another movie hero or movie boss category ally attacking in the same turn, 150% attack and defense, 30% damage reduction. When all allies in the same turn are movie heroes or movie bosses, category characters self-excluded, 150% attack and defense, chance of evading enemy attack 30% up. Okay, this is... See, the issue with this is how this guy's going to work. Because we know, like, and I can actually pull up a good example here. Let's go over to this. I had this pulled up before for I needed to know his raw stats. I don't have that stuff sort of like memorized. If we look at like Cell Max, did the data download happen? Well, that was taking a moment. If we look at like Cell Max, let me scroll down. When all allies attacking the same turn are artificial life forms, super bosses, or movie bosses, right? All allies attacking the same turn are movie heroes or movie bosses. We know how this works from Cell Max. It has to be all allies are movie heroes or all allies are movie bosses. Which is kind of unfortunate. I suppose it'd kind of be pretty easy to hit, but like it's also, I feel like that's kind of poor design. Okay. I mean, if you have everything, though, he has 80% chance to dodge, 30% damage reduction. What's the SA effect? Oh. Greatly raises defense, scream damage to enemy. So he's a 50% stacker. Okay. With Rainbow Orb changing. He only has 100% phase 2 stats is the issue, I think. I mean, he does have 80% chance to dodge, though. As long as you have these sort of like full ally conditions, he should actually be pretty crazy, I think. I'm going to need to see exactly because only 100% phase 2 is not a lot. But he looks like he'll be pretty decent. Okay. But yeah, there we go. That is the breakdown portion done here. I am going to cut away. I'm going to get to doing the calcs. We'll see just how long those take. And we'll be back and we'll see just how crazy these guys are. But once again, I think Golden Frieza Gogeta have a very strong argument potentially for being #1 overall. So that's very, very exciting. But yeah, we will be right back. All right, we are back. Took me a little bit. I do apologize. I had some other things to do. And just in general, these calcs took quite a while. They're Gogeta specifically, like what he can. This card, like I feel like has to be #1. Like I don't even see him in game. There's no fucking way. I'm worried that this new content is gonna power creep what we just got. Like, cause this is fucking nuts. Like, it's crazy. So, just starting out with Golden Frieza. Now, Golden Frieza does not look as impressive in terms of numbers as Gogeta, right? I mean, obviously, it's like, oh, well, 598, and then by the time he's fully built up, like it's not a lot, not even breaking a million. It's kind of like, huh? However, you do have to consider the amount of teams that this character is on. I mean, there's just a lot of support in general. But specifically, like SA phase support will be huge for Golden Frieza. Even Phase 1 support, he doesn't have a lot of Phase 1, will be huge. And specifically, Phase 2 is going to be like a monstrous buff, right? So when we go down here to when Gogeta is... I didn't... that's a mistake. I did not write Gogeta there. But yeah, this is essentially the turn before, as you can see by our active skill here. This is the turn before, but if instead you also had Gogeta on the turn and he used his active, he got his SA first, as well as his 23 orbs. Obviously, because you got to think, well, it's not too often that you're going to do something like this. But guard, 70% damage reduction with nearly 11 million defense, like, it's still pretty crazy that you can do that, right? And now we get into just the sucky that Dokkan has for Gogeta. So Gogeta is like, bro. Like, look at that shit! 30 million! 30 million defense! 30 million! He fucking has guaranteed dodge at 10 orbs! And he gets to 30 million defense? This guy? The guaranteed dodge guy? Like, what? He has 40% damage reduction. Oh, and by the way, I also count if you had another Gogeta. Just, why not? 59 million. No fucking stacks on this character. 59 million. 59 million. And this is without considering, who knows if they're going to get special equips? They might. We don't know. It's not like Tech UI and AGL Jiren did on release. But they've also done more special equips this year in general. So, we don't know. We don't know. They definitely could, and obviously it'll jump this up quite a bit. So I'm gonna make sure to save this just to be safe. This is just fucking nuts. Then we go down to banner unit Vegeta. I think he's decent. If you have all of his ally restrictions, that'd probably be the only way to run him. I'd think, because if you don't run him with that 80% dodge, he just does not have a lot of stats. This is with all of his ally restrictions, he still doesn't have a lot of stats. And he gets an additional 150 with this as well. So it's not the best, unfortunately. However, once you start to consider, this Gogeta active, it does some numbers. It's fucking crazy. This new, I need a new Gogeta. Technically speaking, I would do a defense stacking video today normally. I do like to do them Friday, Tuesday. Sometimes it gets pushed back, like this one. The attack one for last week I only did yesterday, because it just, I fucking world tournament, right? I'm seeing this and I'm thinking, damn. Damn, do I wait? I don't know. I feel like waiting and using the new Gogeta for every single character. The Phase 2, it's just, what is going on? Though, it's just so crazy. Now the thing is there's also, now I'm gonna have to choose buffs, right, for these videos, because it's double AGL Gogeta is still insane, 54% per, and now I'm gonna have to start weighing, does a character already have more active skill or more Phase 2? So it's just a lot to think about, a lot to process. These characters are so crap. And then also I did do Golden Frieza, the EZA initially. Oh wait, did I yeah, I did him before I really I'm still digesting the characters, and they hadn't yet posted them on Twitter. I didn't do Gogeta shenanigans here. I mean, technically I could. I'm honestly thinking about it. If I'm not gonna lie. I I might honestly cut away for just a moment. Okay, just real quick though. I mean, obviously he's very insane. This is the character has 90% damage reduction guard turn 1. And this is what he's doing on turn 1, you know? Then, you know, he gets some build up, and then he doesn't get defense on his 12 key. He does get 30% on his 18 key. So, like, Gogeta SA effect would be really crazy on him. So I might honestly, like, he's very crazy on his own. He's going to be an exceptional LR. I think I might cut away real quick and just throw in the Gogeta shenanigans here, real, like, because this is just so crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna do that for like every single character that releases this celebration, but just I think it's just insanity. So I think that'd be pretty cool to throw in here real quick. I might as well just I could just I'll do a separate. Okay, I'll figure out in just a moment. I'll be right back. Actually, I'll get that in here too. Might as well. Okay, there we are. We're back. And oh, I suppose I didn't actually. Here, let me put Gogeta here and Gogeta right here. And yeah, I mean, this is crazy. Because I mean, you gotta think, on turn 7. Golden Frieza will have 60% damage reduction still. 60% damage reduction, 5,298,000. Is that good? Is that good? I don't know. This is what a release, huh? I think they're very clearly number 1. The Golden Frieza Gogeta. I'm very excited for them to release in game. We'll see exactly what time they drop. It might take me, depending on what time they drop on the 28th, it might take me some time to get around to you know, like a summoning video, showcase, whatever. Because like I said, I will be out of town, but we'll have to see. Oh, I think I said that in this one. If I didn't, just to be safe, I actually am going to be out of state. Starting essentially as it turns to 29th, and then next time I'll be able to like get around to doing stuff will probably be the 31st, maybe even the 1st. So we'll see. But anyway, that'll do it here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.